It's Saturday. It's not exactly Sunday. But I figured you guys deserved a bit of an update, and so I'll have something to release tomorrow. Which also means I'm not a week behind on the weekly updates. Maybe we'll get back to a normal schedule, but I just kind of wanted to let you know what's going on for anybody that's concerned about what's going on. For those that didn't see last week's video or the tail end of it, I blew out my knee. I don't know if that's exactly the right term. I was out walking one evening. I had been feeling what I thought was back pain manifesting itself in my knee, and long story short, all of a sudden there was just this crushing pain and a popping sound, or at least a popping sensation, and I couldn't put any pressure on my left knee, and I was scared. I managed to get back inside, holding onto everything for dear life, just to get back up to my bedroom and lie in bed and try and figure out what to do. Next day I went to urgent care, and the doctor there, only asked a few questions and said, I think you popped your meniscus, which I looked it up, and basically meniscus is like a cartilage that goes between the upper leg bone and the lower leg bone, right at the knee there, so that you can flex a joint there, and it's there, I guess, to sort of lubricate the joint so that the bones aren't rubbing against each other, which I'm guessing would be incredibly painful. Bottom line, as of last Monday, I'm off pain medication. There's no more need for pain medication. I did have somebody that I know who has a lot of history with knee problems say sometimes you need to consider also just taking the certain pain meds, because they're also anti-inflammatory, so that you don't have the inflammation, and so you can heal that much better. And so I've done that a couple of times when I started to feel a little something, but at this point I'm feeling comfortable enough, even though I have not officially heard from my doctor. There's a whole mess there with the insurance company, and the urgent care sent the request for an MRI to the wrong medical group. And when questioned about it, they were like, no, it's the same medical group. No, it's not. So, bottom line, I'm waiting to hear from my primary to see what he wants me to do, but I'm feeling confident enough that I'm going to try and do a little bit of cleanup today, and maybe I can get family to help me out with doing some of the stuff that involves going back up on the hill. I don't want to do any climbing. I'm still being incredibly careful on the stairs, but I'm able to walk. Maybe not a long distance. I don't want to get too far away from home. I don't necessarily want to drive my car, because then I can be somewhere else and something happens, and then how do I get myself and my car back? There's a lot of those things that kind of go on, and you don't really think about your knees that much. But I've had to think about my knee a lot. And since this happened, and since I've been compensating by trying to put all my pressure on the right side, now I'm starting to feel pains on the right side. Minor pains, not a big deal, but I'm recognizing the fact that maybe I need to try and even it back out again. So that's why I decided I'm going to come out and I'm going to try and do a little bit of cleanup, and let's just see what I can get done. And we're going to call this a Sunday, a weekly update video instead of a midweek, just so I have something that I can show that I'm doing okay, or I have a recording of me re-injuring myself, which I really hope isn't the case. But let's get cracking. Let's see what I can get done. All right, well, that was started to feel pain sort of all around, not necessarily in my knee, but figured when I start feeling pain, that's probably the signal to quit. I got a little bit done. I got enough done that I can ask people to help me out. I've cleared the path here so they can get up the sort of steps that I created, and hopefully there is, let me come around and see if I can't zoom in, give you a better shot. And I bought some headphones you may have seen hanging around my neck. I was hoping, let me move the camera a little bit, that those had a microphone and that I could use that as sort of a remote mic so I could be a little further from the camera. Let me try and zoom in here. Oop. Out of frame. Wow, you really can't see it because it's being blown out by the sun. So let's go mobile. I wanted to show you what there's a couple of things up above there that I'm going to need help with. One is the green bell peppers, which are now red. So I think we need to get those picked. And then up above, yeah, that might be a little easier, although I've got the camera up higher than I am now. That is the spaghetti squash that I want to rescue. It looks like it's fully formed and ripe. So, but it's going to involve climbing up there to actually cut it down. So it's not so much that I need another spaghetti squash. We had one of the ones I grew. It actually came out pretty good. I've got another one that I've harvested, and then there's the one that something ate. But that one looks like one of the best ones I have, and I think what I'm going to do is if I can get somebody to go up there and pick it for me, I'll offer it to them that they can have it. Then I'll feel like something that I grew is going to go to good use instead of just letting it die. I can see the stem has turned brown. That tells me that that one is ready to go. I don't see anything else hanging around. I was hoping there'd be more patty pan. There was a tiny one at one point. It didn't grow any bigger, but I've got this bunch right here, which is some kind of squash. I don't know which one. And we'll see if something grows on that. I got a bunch of deadness and mildew that needs to get cut out eventually, but you know what? I made a little bit of a dent today. I was able to see the other things that need to be addressed, so I can try to maybe get out. You know what, this is a little distracting being zoomed in. But I think I can get out, and if I can get in, I got in like 15 minutes today. If I can get in 20 minutes tomorrow, something like that, start working my way back to somewhat normal and getting some stuff done around here. So I think that's a pretty good day, considering. That's it for today. Let's see what tomorrow brings.